Welcome on my YouTube channel, Lumina Vitae, what means in Latin light of life. I'm K.Y.A.K and in this video I'm going to talk about being aware of your own biases and choosing to engage in conversation with another with openness, respect and understanding. Awareness of your own biases forms the basis for an open and respectful way of communicating. Being aware of your biases does not mean that you are no longer allowed to think or feel anything, but rather that you become aware of your primary reaction and do not immediately project it onto the other person. Reactions often arise automatically, and biases often arise automatically. You have a choice in how you deal with them. Examine your feelings and thoughts before you express them and choose curiosity over assumptions. From that awareness, you can grow and new possibilities for connection emerge. From that awareness, you can choose to speak to each other with love. That requires respect even when you disagree. We all see, hear, and experience in our own way. We are all different. And the willingness to truly understand where the other person is coming from opens doors. Perhaps that oddball turns out to be an interesting person. After all, instead of judging quickly, ask questions and remain honest without becoming harsh or aggressive. This creates space for genuine connection. Ultimately, it comes down to reflect first, then react. Not everything you think needs to be said, and the way you say something is just as important as the content. This develops into a valuable skill. Through this, you can discover clarity. We often fail to get to know people because we judge them. But what if we were open to people who are different from ourselves? And we talked and listened to each other more. In such an atmosphere, an interaction can grow into something sustained by friendship, lightness, and sincerity. Together, you can stand stronger in the face of challenges and setbacks, while still leaving room for everyone's individual strength. You grow and develop not only together but also as individuals. We all have basic needs: physical health, safety, personal growth, pride, knowledge, and we want to be seen and heard for who we are. We want to develop our identity to feel good and confident. Sometimes we, whether consciously or unconsciously, set ourselves apart from others. We do not do this to hurt the other person, assuming a positive outlook. We do this to feel better about ourselves, consciously or unconsciously, and to divert our attention from our own insecurities and shortcomings. Judging others can often be explained psychologically. For instance, what examples were you giving during your childhood? Were opinions about others strong in your home? Behavioral patterns can be adopted more easily. What triggers you to from an opinion about someone else's behavior or appearance? Become aware of this, because if you gain more awareness of why you judge, you may discover a pattern within yourself. The way in which and when you are inclined to form your opinion also says something about you. Judging another person can often be explained psychologically. Your life experience play a role in how you see and perceive others. Have you been hurt regularly? Then you might be inclined to protect yourself and want to appear stronger than you feel. Judging others can make the other person feel smaller than you. If you recognize this, learn to recognize this sensitivity. It may even be that you notice someone else judging you, and that as a result, you develop a judgment or resistance towards that person and keep them at a distance for self-protection. Interpretation shapes judgment. Judging other people is human, and there is no one who never judges. It is beneficial for both yourself and the other person to be able to handle this in a healthy way. Judging others also evokes emotional reactions in you. This can include negative feelings. You might find someone annoying because they talk a lot in a group and think that they consider themselves important. But often, such a judgment says more about you than about the other person. Perhaps you yourself would like to say more, but you don't dare. Behind behavior, there can be very different reasons: insecurity, a need for attention, or the desire to help by sharing knowledge. And by a need for attention, I don't mean in a negative way. Everybody needs love and attention. Rarely is the real driving force "I am better than the rest." The art is not to immediately view your judgment as truth. Ask open questions, show genuine interest, and give the other person space to explain themselves. Very important. This prevents misunderstandings and creates more understanding and connection. By dealing with this consciously, you get to know not only the other person better but also yourself. When you discover that your negative judgment was incorrect, you may start to feel guilty. The art is then to be kind to yourself and learn from this lesson. You cannot be immediately aware of all the processes at play within you, nor can you look into other people's minds. In quiet moments, the roots deepen, and through love and understanding, the heart softens. Sensitivity, which might initially seem overwhelming, gradually becomes recognizable and develops into a valuable strength. From that sensitivity arises clarity, and with it, the ability to see what presents itself, what wants to grow, and what may be remembered. Reflective question: which prejudices can you work on? Think of at least 2. Thank you for watching. I see you next video.